I have heard that a royal prince of short stature and mean presence, whose brothers were tall and good-looking, once saw his father glancing on him with aversion and contempt, but he had the shrewdness and penetration to guess the meaning and said, "O father, a puny intelligent fellow is better than a tall ignorant man, neither is everything bigger in stature higher in price. A sheep is nice to eat and an elephant is carrion. The smallest mountain on earth is Jur, nevertheless. It is great with Allah and dignity and station. Hast thou not heard that a lean scholar one day said to a fat fool, although an Arab horse may be weak, it is thus more worth than a stable full of asses?" The father laughed at this sally. The pillars of the state approved of it, but the brothers felt much aggrieved. While a man says not a word, his fault and virtue are concealed. Think not that every desert is empty. Possibly it may contain a sleeping tiger. I heard that on the said occasion the king was menaced by a powerful enemy, and that when the two armies were about to encounter each other, the first who entered the battlefield was the little fellow who said, "I am not he whose back thou wilt see on the day of battle, but he whom thou shalt behold in dust and blood, who himself fights, stakes his own life in battle, but he who flees, the blood of his army." After uttering these words, he rushed among the troops of the enemy, slew several warriors, and, returning to his father, made humble obeisance and said, "O thou, to whom my person appeared contemptible, didst not believe in the impetuosity of my valor? A horse with slender girth is of use on the day of battle, not a fattened ox." It is related that the troops of the enemy were numerous, and that the kings, being few, were about to flee, but that the puny youth raised a shout, saying, "O men, take care not to put on the garments of women." These words augmented the rage of the troopers so that they made a unanimous attack, and he heard that they gained the victory on the said occasion. The king kissed the head and eyes of his son, took him in his arms, and daily augmented his affection till he appointed him to succeed him on the throne. His brothers became envious and placed poison in his food, but were perceived by his sister from her apartment, whereon she closed the window violently, and the youth, shrewdly guessing the significance of the act, restrained his hands from touching the food, and said, "It is impossible that men of honor should die, and those who possess none should take their place. No one goes under the shadow of an owl, even if the Homa should disappear from the world." This state of affairs having been brought to the notice of the father, he severely reproved the brothers and assigned to each of them a different, but pleasant, district as a place of exile till the confusion was quelled and the quarrel appeased. And it has been said that 10 dervishes may sleep under the same blanket, but that one country cannot hold 2 padshahs. When a pious man eats half a loaf of bread, he bestows the other half upon dervishes. If a padshah were to conquer the 7 climates, he would still in the same way covet another.